right, Shalom. Laha Alahayim. Peace to the gods. Nawathan Ka Halaliumla. Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai Bahasham. Racha HaKodash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shai, in the name the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the heads and elders of all that came to Great Millstone GMS who do rule well. Salutations, peace, and blessings to the house of David, the Bayat, the water, the predestined spirits of election scattered abroad. This is your brother Tazapanya of the Great Millstone, Washington, D.C. camp. Adawan Ratazah, this digital epistle, morning meditation before the plantation in transit, is edifying unto the elect. We're going to get straight into it. All right. As you can see in the thumbnail, which has happened probably in the last 2 days or so, regarding these neo-Nazis popping up all over the place with the swastika flags. All right, this is not nothing that we haven't seen before. This is nothing new. However, I do question the timing, and I knew that based upon history repeating itself. That phrase that you was going to have Edomites in a prideful spirit, because the scriptures say, as is the ruler, so shall the people be, roughly paraphrasing in Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. So when you get a proud fucking ruler, you're gonna have proud fucking people. Now they could be paid, not crisis actors, because it's not necessarily a crisis that went down, but hired like some type of Antifa and these type of things. But then on the other hand, you really have it's a strong ideology, so it might not be, it might be some, I don't want to say what do they call it, what is these guys doing, it might not be boots on the ground. I forgot the term. Not boots on the ground. I'll think of it. But grassroots. It might not be like grassroots, meaning that it was literally people, because the ones with the masks, supposedly they're in like social status, teachers, lawyers, police officers, you know, things of that nature. And they do this little, militia type thing in their spare time on the weekends and after work and all of that, because they found people of like mind, and understand according to their perspective on what they need to be doing and what America should be looking like and what the status of the the Edomite should be, which is supreme over all other races, basically, to them, which is false, because I have no going against no national or racial supremacy, because that's in the scriptures. It's just not your nation or race. Okay, the Israelites are supreme according to the Bible, according to the Most High. Okay, Yahweh. All right, Deuteronomy 7:6. Okay, um, for the roughly paraphrasing, your peculiar nation, royal. The Lord chose you to be above all people. Roughly paraphrasing. I don't have this sword in front of me right now. All right, so, but the point that I'm making here is that it just so happens that all of these type of things is happening right now, and on a higher level. Um, you know, this necessarily doesn't have to do with the topic, but I just seen a video. Crypto hope, gold is at an all-time high without there even being a crisis. Because usually gold goes at an all-time high when something happens, like some type of world war. I'll just put it like the rumors of wars. So you got gold councils, the gold reserve council, or something like that. And what does that mean? That means that there's definitely a financial crisis on the way. So I say this to say, because when Nero's in office, all type of hell breaking loose, or is about to. Redacted had some type of guy, economist, okay, house management. That's what economy means. Saying that Trump is going to inherit the greatest recession ever, and there's nothing he can do to stop it. Okay, so we heading into them times. So Yahweh Shai prophesied, and you shall hear wars, rumors of wars. All right, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. The understanding now of a nation, they think it's a country, when in the Bible it's talking about a people that has the same patrilineal ancestor, father. So one people descended from one man, one seed line, is fighting another person, you know, another people that is from one seed line. And in Sirach, it talks about what's the name? One people shall fight against another with swords in their hands. And the modern day sword is the gun. So this is what you about to start seeing. This is also uproars of the people too. The scriptures talk about that. What is that? Second Esdras 9. Where the Most High, the highest, shall begin to visit the world which He made, of the signs I've told thee before. That when you shall see earthquakes in diverse places and uproars of the people, so on and so forth, roughly paraphrasing. So an uproar is basically, like a verbal or physical stance to manifest your idea on why you don't think things is going correctly the way it is. So so you got people now, supposedly these neo-Nazis or whatever, came into damn near all black neighborhood, Lincoln Heights, Ohio. I might be right outside Cincinnati, and started walking through, and Jake was like, hell nah. I don't know, from what Tariq Nasheed posted, it was supposed to be like the new Black Panther Party. And if it is, then that means it's like it's federal on both sides, because then you got the police supposedly picked up these neo-Nazis in a U-Haul and protected them and this and that and the third. So did they drop them off? Did they pick them up? All right. Is there some type of media ulterior motive that they're trying to show, like as if Trump being in office is helping to incite some type of the largest domestic T words, all over again, because they say the so-called white man. Well, the FBI came out, years ago, saying that the biggest threat of domestic T word in America is so-called white man militia groups in America. So obviously this would be one of them. So is it all just a facade as far as trying to incite some type of agenda? Could be, but either way, it's still going to have a ripple effect into NPC, non-player characters' emotions, and have them do action directly or indirectly because of their mental swaying with whichever party, whether it be Edomite male or Israelite man. Because there was another instance where they was doing it on a bridge. I don't know what city this was in. Talking about the neo-Nazis flying "Make America White Again." That's what they had, and then the swastikas and had their face covered and all of that. And then supposedly, I heard from a coworker just randomly talking. It was two Jake gangs, gangbanger Jake, that was rivaling each other, but for some reason they didn't came together to go violate or lay down the law, so to speak, to these neo Nazis in their territory or their HUD, supposedly. And then the Jake co-workers like, yeah, that's what I like to see. Jake, you know, they they have some type of camaraderie when it comes to their own people, and they feel some type of pride when there's some type of bucking up against or fighting back to Esau Edom. But for real, they don't want the smoke. All right. Esau was blessed with the sword. Okay. Um, and then they really don't understand what it takes to be going into war anyway. Now, we of the Great Millstone teachings, um, which we believe through faith is the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we understand we in a spiritual war. So we're not condoning no violence. All right, even though we do know that violence is what is going to have to happen for the transferal of kingdoms, but it ain't going to be through our hands yet. It's going to be through the Most High's Son, and his name is Yahweh Shai. All right, and then he's going to give, all right, the go ahead when you actually in a state to do so, meaning these new bodies and have the power, all right, to overcome, so to speak, the wicked, these Edomites, when they're trying to fight back and things of that nature. But we're definitely not even in that time yet, because even when the Lord lifts up that standard, that spiritual power, it's really a divine self-defense mechanism. you know um we are going to be, to the best of our ability, listening to the voice of the Lord, in the sense of when we're pilgrims on the earth and all hell's broken loose and we're not taking that ship, and there's a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. The enemy's going to come in like a flood and going to be like madmen, and the elect is going to be crying, begging, petitioning, praying unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai for help, just like our forefathers did when they was in a time of trouble. And the Lord is going to help us, and one of those factors could be in the sense that he, in order to show his might and his power, he could for a little while, or whatever the Most High wants to do, he could have that individual, that man, have a various amount of spiritual power in order to on a low level save himself and his household, and whatever it may be, because the scriptures say thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. So people could be following you in that time, and the next thing you know, the enemy, kill teams is coming for you, and you didn't do nothing wrong, and then you was in a defense mode and you had to put in work, and then the people that was following you are now have full faith in the power that you serve, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the Lord then showed his power through you, your vessel. you know but going back to the main topic, you know we Esau wants Jake to bear arms, man. He wants Jake to move emotional, which we know has to happen anyway. So the scriptures say Judah is going to be a terror unto Egypt. So Esau thinking that it's just going to be a quick little easy thing to take over Jake. Nah, I mean they know that. Remember, the one people shall be stronger than the other. When the twins was in the womb of their mother, Rebecca. All right. So to an understanding, they know that it's not going to be too easy. But I think that they're going to have their hands tied up for a little bit until they start bringing out the big guns. And when I mean the big guns, meaning technologies that they know Jake has never seen before. You know, because Judah, the chief tribe of Israel, it says, as the old lion, who shall rouse them up? Or something in Genesis 49. So they know that when they're gonna push specifically the tribe of Judah so far into a corner that is going to awake the warrior spirit inside of them, and they're gonna have a fake unity. Because when I say fake unity, it's not gonna be unity upon the foundation of Yahweh Shai. It's gonna be more of a unity of a survival instinct, showing you that it could be easily broken. So they're gonna get their licks in, but overall Esau is going to win that battle, and the only one that's going to win the war is Yahweh Shai, and by the four his co-heirs, the elect of Israel, those that are pushing this truth on the street corners and believing on the gospel of those prophets and rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of their ability through faith in Yahweh Shai, right? So, you know, the tensions is definitely going to get to a level because you got the talking points all over the place, and it's not even just Judah, Southern Kingdom no more. It's with the Northern Kingdom. Like for instance, I just seen something, and this shit is, it's like, yo, Jake is just retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the Super Bowl performer. They said that there was a Jake out there that was flew the Palestinian flag, and it had Sudan on it and something else on it. And he wasn't supposed to do that. One of the dancers I'm talking about during Kendrick Lamar performance, and he's banned from the NFL for life. Now, who would do that, right? Obviously, Amalek, the ones that finance the whole National Football League. Only Amalek would be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Because I heard that there was a contract that in order for him to perform, he had to be patriotic. So that's why he did all this coded shit with the flag and the colors and everything like that to be like, all right, I'm going to do what you tell me to do, but then I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. But it's all Prince Hall Mason, which is the black version of the white Freemasonry, Scottish Rite and shit like that, and York Rite, which are the Edomite versions, and then you got the Prince Hall or whatever. But the point that I'm making is, in the comments, this was on Instagram when I seen it, they was all, going like riding with the so-called Palestinians, as if the Palestinians, which for the most part, not saying that there's Jake scattered among them. Of course there is. There's documentaries, all type of shit on how they get called Cushy, which is kind of like a Kush obviously is the true name of Ethiopian, but it's a derogatory term to call somebody black, which showing you black because that's what it means, black. That they get called that by the Amalekites out there. You know what I'm saying? And even if you Palestine, I'm pretty sure there's a colorism, just like anywhere else in the world, amongst their own people, supposed own people. Because with these countries, it's different biblical nations that come together that are trying to rep one thing, one flag, so to speak. So you're gonna have probably Ishmaelites, Israelites, could be some Asherites or Arameans or things of that nature, all claiming that they're Palestinian, not knowing where their fathers goes to because of the Arabian conquest through jihad and all of that type of thing from earlier. This is why the Arab literally means mingled people. You know what I'm saying? So a bunch of different nations that have mingled amongst the Ishmaelites. The Ishmael being the primary seed line. So Ishmael looks like a lot of different type of phenotypes in West Asia, falsely so-called the Middle East. But the point here being is that Jake just want to rock with everything, but first and foremost, Yahweh Shai and their own people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. So there's going to be more and more tension that is going to arise out of this environment with Nero in office, right? And how perplexity, the lack of resources increases, and people's emotions start to get the best of themselves. You know what I mean? So Jake think that just because they got a couple of, AR-15s, M16, whatever assault rifles they got, and they out there in they hood, like, yeah, we taking it over, and Keisha, black woman, talking about, oh my God, yes, it's a good sight to see. The black men is patrolling the hood. They not gonna let them racist white men come in here and walk around with swastikas as if like that's some type of progress or some shit like that. When if let one of y'all not pay property tax on y'all fucking broken down homes in the hood in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, and the police have to come evict your shit. See what you gonna do then? You ain't going to stop it from doing whatever. You know what I mean? IRS come and do this, or bounty hunter come and get your you know what I'm saying? Your your warrants for the felon, your sons out there. Like, come on, man. Y'all don't. This is not your rest, man. But either way, man, this thing is gonna pop off, and when it do pop off, it's gonna be next level, man. And you're gonna see true colors, like the apostle's been saying. The devil is gonna show his horns, man, and even the average devil. But I'm gonna leave that here. I'm at the plantation, Lord willing. That was edifying to the elect. On to the next one, Shalom.